Oh, did we see her?
So yeah, you all left the florist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you all are in the town square. It's the afternoon. Let's think like 2 3 p.m., right? Um and I mean there's a lot of other stuff to do.
While continue, I'm just gonna grab a snack for just
Okay.
camping real quick.
So, I mean, we have Yvonne, but with food. Okay, good job, Cecil. We
Yeah, she
have,
has food.
there's. So, right now, you all are in the town square. Now, the town square has this, bandstand on it, this kind of gazebo, sort of, in the middle, right? And there are, performers on there. I mean, earlier in the day, it was circus acts. It was like fire eating. It was like acrobat, well, not really acrobatics. And then it was like magic tricks and everything. And now it's sort of subsided into a trivia contest. So they left the band, not the band. Um, they left, and now there's a trivia little thing going on, and all different types of people are coming over. There's rich people from the aristocrat area, and then there's the poor people from the poor people section. There are all the poor people, the peasantry. Uh, what did I call it before? I called it sector or or district. The peasantry. I mean, there's some stuff, and then you also honestly like there are a lot of people out and about. So anything that you could want to do, you could just do. It's a festival day, in yeah. Yes. I mean, brings there are decorations up, and there are about music.
Eat snacks. Got that little smile on her face.
Are you telling that Yvonne is smiling? I'm sorry?
Yes.
No way.
Just a little bit.
No way.
Just
Impossible. Have you
It's
seen
a
Yvonne smile?
It's menacing. She'll happy one.
Okay. But has there been anything but menacing smiles before with Yvonne?
Not really.
Exactly.
Is there
A fight pit?
Not the fighting pit, please.
yeah, like pit fights to bet on, or maybe take place in?
You can toss a pit again.
Wait, what did you just say? What?
Autism pit.
Say that again, but slower this time.
Autism pit.
What is the autism pit?
Zach, I will DM you all the details about the Tard Pit later.
I'm so confused.
Please just DM him about it now, or describe it here now.
Okay, so I was going to say there'd be like a 15-foot hole in the ground that people could fight in. But if they didn't have any fighters, they had a bunch of, for lack of a better term, mongoloids to fight as gladiators. So Gabe just immediately went and said, Dawson, that's just a tarred pit. So yes, it was a fight pit full of severely mentally and possibly physically disabled people, where you throw money at them and they beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Like bare hand, and it's just a pit full of mud.
What series of unfortunate events happened upon a situation like that? Why in every city is ring fighting really that big of a concept in your world that every city needs a fighting pit?
Why wouldn't you have a fight? Every city.
Why wouldn't you have a fight?
Not every city. Major cities. Transport up. Because the theme for it was like a southern. So like major cities, like capital cities, would fly, and towns and villages and shit would just be like on the. So there was a huge emphasis on grit and how rugged the world was. So, fight pit.
I don't know what to say about that. You said Southern something steampunk?
Southern Gothic.
Southern Gothic steampunk. What the fuck does that mean? You are
Southern Gothic.
raising more questions than you are answering, Dawson.
I seem to be good at that.
I've just never questioned it.
I am so confused.
Alright, so take, southern fashion, like old southern fashion.
Okay.
Make it goth.
Okay.
Black cowboy hats, black boots, black coat.
Are we talking about Western or Southern? Because those two concepts are very different.
It's
and then
Western.
put it in a steampunk.
It's Western, but it's called Southern Gothic. Like goth cowboy.
I'm a goth cowboy.
You are not a goth cowboy.
Yes, I am.
You are very stinky, that's for sure.
I'll show you, Stinky. I'll put a snake in your boot.
That's just cruel.
I'll show you, cruel motherfucker. Anyways, D&D.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is there a fighting pit? I mean, you are currently in, like, the Mercantile District, which is not... It's not known for, shall we say, gritty entertainment such as that. If you really wanted something like that, you might want to go to, like, the peasants, the like, peasantry district, like, that kind of stuff. And I mean, it's close. It's close. So do you want to head over there?
What's happening?
I
Sorry,
can smell something.
Harvey was looking to fight someone.
Oh.
Guys, wait, I smell something.
Okay.
Zach, do you smell it? Do you smell it, Zach?
I do smell it. In fact, I think I know exactly where this is leading. I am very scared for it. Very scared.
Zach?
Okay, you know what? We're just gonna go for it. So you and your party head west towards the peasantry district. Now, as you go district, the decorations, like the banners that line the streets, slowly grow thinner and thinner, and they're just weeding themselves out. I mean, some people have like a little decoration in front of their house, but overall, the tone is a lot more. It's a lot more like down in the dumps. Like, I mean, people are trying to have fun, and they're having as much fun as they can. I mean, they prefer to take their celebration with family, so you don't see as many people out on the streets. I mean, there definitely are some, but like there's not as much hustle and bustle. I mean, there are conversations on, street corners and all that, and people are, hanging around, sitting in groups on the roadside, just chatting away the hours. I mean, people are having fun, but it's not as bougie as it was in the Mercantile District.
Zach, are you going to answer Ava's question?
Oh, my bad. What cool things are there in this city? Okay. So, in this city...
We'll probably ignore my question. On.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't been looking. I've been trying to prepare. What is your question, my child?
I said, is this the ghetto?
Is this the ghetto? It is not the ghetto. At least, not in the way that I think that I'm supposed to interpret it as ghetto. I mean, like...
Are we
Define
in the land
ghetto.
where
Define
pickpockets
ghetto.
exist? Are there pickpockets? Can I search for pickpocket?
Are you trying to search for a person who pickpockets, or are you trying to pickpocket someone?
I'm trying to make sure I don't get pickpocketed.
Okay, well you can definitely stay on your guard.
If there's the ability to get pickpocketed or pickpocket somebody, we are in a ghetto.
No, because we could have gotten pickpocketed way before.
It's just now there may or may not be a higher chance of that occurring.
In bougie areas, okay, Cecil?
We're in an area where they'd have to be really stupid to pickpocket us, because we're in a group, and if they just tried to walk through the group, they'd be fucked.
Well, why don't you roll me...
Like I don't have swords on my back.
Well, why don't you roll me wisdom saving throw, Cecil, to make sure that you stay on your guard and not do the getting pickpocketed.
I am 8 feet tall, I have swords on my back, and I don't have pockets.
I rolled a 16 plus my wisdom saving, which is a 2, so that's an 18.
Okay, so you are within a margin of error, like 99% certain that you have not been pickpocketed.
We get pickpocketed. Toxie knows what they pickpocket.
Why would they pickpocket
the child? I'll fucking kill them.
What cool things are there in this city, Ava? Well, there are quite a few different ones. I mean, like, if you're looking for more, like, shopping, like, having fun, you want to go to Mercantile or the Artisan districts. Mercantile is more, like, general kind of stuff, and then Artisan is, like, high-class kind of, ooh, it's like going to Kohl's for clothes as opposed to going to Walmart.
The personification of Etsy.
Oh no.
We're
going into Etsy and buying homemade dildos.
What, Marcy?
Where's the pub?
Where is the pub?
Pub.
PUBG.
There are many pubs. There's not just one pub. This is a huge city.
Which one's cheapest?
Which one is cheapest?
Yes.
Are you looking? Are you looking to get? I don't know. Attacked? I don't know. Huh?
Are you looking to get tipsy, Marcy? Is that what you're saying?
Who is going to attack me?
Are you looking to get alcohol poisoned?
No.
Okay. Well,
But I
let's
don't want to
We are in
spend
a cap.
money.
let's
We
start
are
off with
in a
Haru,
Probably
because I know that Dawson asked their question first. So you walk around the poor people district for a while, and there you see it on the horizon. It's not quite a pit. It is more like a ring drawn in the ground, like etched away on the like dirt path.
Like an inch of etch.
Yeah, it's just like this circle of dirt, and it's like, think of it like wrestling, like the first one uh who
ring.
gets out of the ring loses, except it's not actually the first person. It's each person has 3 tries, right? So you can get knocked out of the ring 3 times. On the third time, you instantly lose, or someone else. Basically, it's either you get knocked out of the ring 3 times and you lose, or you yield and then you lose. So those are the 2 losing conditions, and then the winning conditions are obviously opposite. Either you knock your opponent out 3 times, or you get them to yield. So that's kind of how this mashup works. And as you're there, you see these 2 like burly guys there in the circle, and they're going head to head with it, and a small crowd has gathered around them, and they're like chanting for one side or the other. Like, one side is chanting for one. His name is Blubbiford.
Blubberford.
Blubbiford. They're going Blubbiford, Blubbiford, and then the other one is named
Mongrel.
Crowley. Crowley.
Oh.
I don't know where I'm
Joe?
getting that name from.
Joe.
Joe?
Please name him Joe.
Yes, Blubberford and Joe.
Who's winning?
Joe.
Who do you think is winning, Cecil?
Joe.
No, it's Blubberford. With a name like that, any opponent would scatter, would flee instantly at the sight of the great.
Because he's ugly as fuck?
No, Cecil.
Bro, he probably.
Is he ugly though?
Listen. I'm not one to like make comments. Okay, you know I have to do this in character because I would make it 10 times funnier. Listen, I'm not one to make comments on people's weight, but he's probably hefty ho.
What? Hefty ho?
Everything, like every
trash bags.
Every word you say makes my ears hurt. Can you move like 3 inches further away from your microphone?
Who, me?
No, D.
Oh.
I'm very sorry. I can't help that.
Just turn down
No,
Digo's
it is
volume.
not ASMR.
The
It's
Artisan
physically
District seems fun.
painful.
It does seem fun. So,
Zach,
let
maybe
me
you should, like, pay more
actually
attention.
So I will actually get a picture drawn and up to show you guys kind of what the layout of the city looks like. But in the meantime, Blubberford and Joe are going at it, and at the very end it looks like Blubberford is going to win, but then Joe pulls ahead with a victory, and he's like a stick. Like, Joe is a stick. Like, he's burly, but he's a stick compared to Blubberford. But somehow Joe pulls it off, and Blubberford gets knocked out of the circle for his 3rd time, and then Joe wins, and the crowd gives a mighty victory roar. So.
Okay. This is all I can. For some reason, my brain just imagines Blubberford essentially looking like this man. I'm gonna put it in disgust. Question mark? Yeah. I'm just gonna put this is. I don't know why. My brain just had cannon to blow up a bird looking like that. Minus the shield.
Honestly,
Blubberford.
yeah.
I always envisioned Blubberford with like not like a scratchy beard, but like a beard that's like it's
I've got my own
unkempt,
fiction.
but in like a
Hold on. I have a better depiction.
oh no.
No. Please trust me on this one. Please, you gotta trust me on this one. Please.
Cecil, what
I
are
do
you
not
going to
trust
do
you.
to my characters?
Please, no, you need to trust me.
You're fine with food. Why should we trust you?
Because what I'm about to show you is so beautiful.
Cecil, I genuinely hope that you know what you are doing. Oh no. Oh no.
Here's like my other option of what I had Cannon Blubberford looking like.
No!
Not Fisk.
Please.
No!
Not Fisk. No.
Fuck.
Not
A man's
Blubberford.
shoulders are wide.
Not
He takes up the
my
whole
poor baby
elevator.
Blubberford.
Wide boy.
Bro,
wide.
there's a reason all of the doors in Fisk Tower are double doors, and he is the reason.
What?
I'm having fun with this character.
I'm over here minding my own business, and I just hear your end of the
Anywho, let's continue.
Continue.
Okay.
Hello? Oh, okay.
Okay. So, now Haru, seeing how this not quite pit fighting, but not quite wrestling either, kind of aperture is going. Do you think that you would like to partake in it?
Yeah.
Go ahead. So as you walk up to the circle, people are ending their victory cheer because they're like off their victory high. And excuse me, I had to take a drink of water. The ring is now clear. Blubberford and Joe both left, and people see Haru walking up to the ring, and they sort of like some stare in awe, and some still are like a little bit scared, but I mean, otherwise, people move out of your way. They're like, make way, that kind of stuff. And so,
Yvonne's just like watching all like with food in her mouth.
you approach and you stand in the center of the circle, and then like no one comes out to face you. Like it's a little bit awkward. Like people are like half scared and half in awe. It's like, I don't know if I want to take her. That doesn't seem like a good idea.
I don't know. Do you want to?
What
We're gonna get out half my gold.
What if one of the party members decides to fight against her?
Absolutely not. I'm the only one that could compete, and I don't want to.
We have small robot childs.
Yvonne walked in.
We do have small robot childs.
Bro, if I hit one
I don't know how strong. Actually, I've never used Tater Tot in a fight in D&D, so I actually don't know how well this would go.
Okay. What's his health, his AC, and his unarmed damage?
Who are we referring to?
AC of 14, 9, and where do I check unarmed damage?
It'll be in your actions under attack.
Actions.
Okay, so an unarmed strike is 1 plus your strength modifier. Minus your strength modifier.
He has a strength modifier of 10.
I
Okay,
thought it
that's
was
his
1d4. I thought unarmed strike was 1d4, not just 1.
That's if you're a monk. If you're a monk, it's 1d4 plus your.
He's not a
dex
monk.
mod.
He is a warlock card traveler.
Very bad.
Oh,
Warforged.
Okay.
so his strength score is 10. That would make his modifier 0.
Yep.
So he deals 1 bludgeoning for an unarmed strike. I have a +7 to hit for unarmed strike and deals 6 damage.
Ooh.
You all really want to go through it.
It'd be funny.
I'm going to offer up 42 gold.
Okay. So
He can
you
stretch like. I mean, the only good thing about him, for his strength is he can stretch like Elastigirl. And that's it, basically. Offer up the gold, alright.
Yeah, I'm offering 42 gold to the pot with the ante if there's a bookie around.
What is a bookie? I'm confused.
A bookie is the person who handles the money during bets.
Oh,
So you
okay.
tell them what you're gonna bet, and depending on the odds, like if it's 2 to 1, like if I have a 2 to 1 chance of winning, or if the odds are stacked against me, I make twice what I would make if they win.
Oh, okay. So, there's not really a bookie per se. They're kind of just going on honor code. There's like a little. I don't want to say like a hat. There's like a little pail on the edge of the ring that like you see Joe collect the money from. I mean, this is not like a fancy anything. Like this isn't anything formal. They can like pick it up and move it wherever they need to. I mean, if you really want, you can like suggest that somebody be a bookie, but I mean, that's up to you.
I'm gonna actually bet 10 gold just to speed this along.
Okay. So you bet 10 gold, and you get a hit. So there's this like he looks not old, but like he looks like he's seen some shit. Like he has a scar over his face. Like he seems in a generally chipper mood, which you find a little bit odd. But he like comes up and he's like acting all nice. He's like, "Oh, I'll take you. You know, it's been a while, but I'm sure that I can loosen up these old muscles." And he like flexes a little bit, and he looks like kind of sad, or not like sad. Like he looks like his muscles aren't huge, but like he looks not strong, but like hardy. Like he has a very built frame. So
Like a farmer's build.
yeah, kind of like that.
Alright.
He introduces himself as Harley. Harley is who he introduces himself as.
Okay.
He's like real nice about it. He's like shaking hands and all that.
I'm gonna ask him while shaking his hand if he knows anything about Goliaths.
And he says, "Oh, why, yes, I do. In fact, I've been on many different excursions. Goliath's, you know, I had a friend. You probably don't know him. A Goliath friend. Oh, probably 10 years ago. I met him in the Temetulum Divari. And, oh, he was so nice to me. We enjoyed a nice meal together with some ale and mead. And that was the best meat." And he keeps rambling about all the adventures he's had with Goliaths, and some of these you think might be like a little far-fetched or exaggerated, but he's very chipper about it.
I punch him.
Alright.
What?
And I'd like to.
He's rambling too much. I'm sorry.
Hold on, do you punch him, or are you asking if you can punch him?
I'm asking if I can punch him.
You can punch him. That is an option. Would you like to punch him?
Let me look at Nessie's stats real quick.
What were you saying, Dawson?
I would like to think that I had already explained, that Haru had already explained to the party that Goliaths are a very all or nothing people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they play by the rules culturally. Like, they will play by the rules
Yeah.
to the letter. But they are very all or nothing, regardless of what they're doing.
Also, not to cut in too much, Zach, but yes, I would like to punch him.
Okay. So,
Wouldn't you, Mitch?
so before Haru even has a chance to, like,
Oh, wait, do I need to roll? Do I need to roll on like how hard I punch him?
you need to roll to see if you punch him, yes. Go
Okay.
ahead. Roll for me.
That's roll, and then what is the dice I use?
You want
You
to...
don't.
What are you attacking with? With your fist? You are going to take one.
Well, no, I'm not going to use a weapon. I'm not going to use a fucking dagger on the dude.
Okay. Well, roll me... Oh, wait, no. You don't even need to roll that. Sorry. So...
Well, I just wanted to roll to see how hard I could hit him.
Oh, wait, no, no, he has an armor class. You need to do that. Okay. Roll me 1d20 plus your modifier, your strength modifier.
Oh, okay. So that's a 1d20 minus 1. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Can I roll again?
What did you roll?
I got a 9.
Have you inspiration?
What?
You don't have inspiration, do you?
I do have an inspiration.
Okay. Well, if you would like to, you can expend that inspiration.
Yep, I'm gonna do it.
To re-roll. Go ahead.
16. I can work with that.
Okay. So 16 is a hit. Like, you hit him, but you only do 1 damage. Like, it hits him, and like, did I feel something? And then he looks down to, like, his side or wherever you punched him, and I was like, oh, wow, you seem to be in a very, not like fighty mood, but like, ooh, like, you want to go? He's, like, very chipper about it. He's like, do you want to hustle? Like, it's not... He's not like, ooh, you want to go?
Playfully.
Like, he's like, yeah, it's friendly. Like, do you want to have a good old-fashioned fist-to-fist? He doesn't speak like that. But that's, like, kind of the vibe. Is like...
Never mind. We got this, Mario.
Are you joining us or just spectating, my friend?
Yes. Question.
That's just backs out of the circle.
Okay,
after
well, if you
punching him.
decide to join us, the in-character is a good place to sit.
Okay.
We're watching a fight pit.
Oh, wait. Technically, that should not have hurt him, but we'll just say it did for the sake of it, right?
No, it'd be funnier if it had hurt her.
No, hardly.
No, never mind.
Oh, if it hurt Nessie, okay. Okay. So, Haru, would you like to engage in a friendly debate with this man? Debate is not the right word, but he's very chipper. Do you want to do that?
Haru's actually going to be really refreshed, because for her, it's good to see somebody who can just be that age and still be chipper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like in his 50s, like probably 40s, 50s, that kind of stuff. His scar like down his face, and I already said this, but yeah, he's having a good time. He doffs his armor, like takes it off. He wasn't wearing like anything all that bad, but he like takes his armor. So
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
yeah.
And that actually, Zach, makes your job a lot easier because without it, my AC is only 15.
Oof. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's more fair anyway.
Mm-hmm. I mean, his AC is 15. Well, I'm actually debating, because at first I said 16, and then it's like... okay. Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. I changed. You're not gonna know what it is, because that takes away, like, ooh, element out of it, but I changed it. Okay, so... You all, like, square up for your fight, your wrestle, your hag's breath. I don't even know what they call it. But you like square up. Why don't you roll initiative?
I got a 13 for initiative.
Okay, is that with or without modifier?
That's with my modifier. That's with my initiative bonus.
Now Harley is going to roll 1d20 plus 2. Okay, he rolls a 13 as well. So re-roll for me.
Ooh, 6.
Okay. Harley is going to re-roll. Copy paste. Harley gets an 8. Okay, so Harley goes first. 8, 6. Okay, so Harley starts, and he's like, he's having a good time. He's getting in it, like, he's like doing a little stretch before he does it, and he comes up, and then he does the old razzle dazzle, and he hits you. Let's see if he hits. 1d20 plus 3. Does 17 hit?
17 hits, yeah.
Okay. What is your current health?
14.
Okay. So you take 4 damage. You're at 10 now.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I'm gonna roll to hit Harley.
Okay, go ahead.
Does a 20 hit?
Is that a nat 20 or
Dirty.
okay? A 20 does hit, yes.
And that is 6 damage to the jaw.
Okay. Okay, now it's Harley's turn. He's invigorated. Like, I mean, it phased him a little bit, but once he got out of it, he was like, yeah, it's my time. Showtime, Okay, so now...
Before I'm just sitting here watching this shit. I
Okay.
was gonna get food so I could make muffled food sounds. But I have
Okay.
gummy worms. So we'll do that.
Does a 6 hit?
A 6 does not hit.
Okay. So he, like, swings and he misses, and he's like, whoa! Yeah. I'm getting into the rhythm. Like, he's in it, and the crowd, like, starts cheering. Don't, like, some are cheering for Harley, but some they don't actually know your name. So they're cheering Goliath.
Well, I mean, no, like, I would have introduced myself to Harley.
Okay. Well, then they chant Haru. I mean, one person who arrived late is actually, like, he's chanting Haru, but without the A, because he arrived late. So he doesn't think that it's Haru. He thinks it's Aru without the H. But we're going to ignore him. I mean, he just wants in it. Okay.
Yvonne is also chanting, but like she takes a minute to go, Cook his ass!
Okay, so it is your turn now. Then, what you want to do?
15 plus 7 to hit.
Okay, is that another punch?
Yeah.
Okay. And how much damage do you do?
6.
Okay. Okay, so you hit like I don't know the chestal region. I don't know, maybe the jaw. I don't know how fights work. I'm a nerd. I'm not a fighter. You throw a punch and it lands with a resounding thud, and he's like kicked back a little bit, but his pride isn't hurt. He's still enjoying himself a lot. Now it's his turn. He comes up and he like rolls his fist in the air, and then he does like a little shimmy, and then he tries to hit you. 17. That's a hit.
Yep.
So he swings his fist, and boom! It hits you for 4 points of damage. Right
Okay.
Not in the pelvis.
Oh,
The stomach,
that would hurt really bad.
and the stomach like bread basket.
What?
Yeah.
in the bread basket.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna use my reaction
Okay.
for the racial feat Stone's Endurance.
Okay.
And get rid of all of it. I'm gonna be subtracting 5 plus 4 damage
Yes, sir.
from roll.
I figure I'll be right back.
So you won't
So
be taking
do
any more damage?
Nope, I don't take any.
Okay.
Because, yeah, Goliaths are really good for fighters.
I know that, but I'm still confused as to how you're. But okay.
So Stone's Endurance, once per short rest. At the moment, I can reduce any damage I take by 1d12 plus 4 before needing to take a short rest again.
Okay. So you negate the 4 damage that you would have taken, and you remain at 10.
Yeah.
How long does Stone's Endurance last?
It is instant. I just ignore that damage
Okay.
for that attack.
Because when you said all of it, I got really scared. Like, does that mean that you're not going to take any more damage for the rest of the fight? Okay.
No, it's just I get to shrug off a little bit of damage every now and then.
So it's obvious that like Harley has a lot more like energy to him. So like the crowd chants a little bit for him, but like this crowd likes a good underdog. So like some of the people who were chanting Harley before actually start chanting for Haru. So I mean it's like Haru, Haru, Haru. And you know, like
That's a fucking vet.
you start to attract like more people, like people that were wandering streets the streets before are now like lining up in this circle, right? So now it is your turn again, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to 19 plus 7, 26 to hit, another 6 damage.
Okay. And you knock him out of the ring. Now that's his first time. He lands on his like butt, right? And he's like, oof, right? How much damage does he take?
He just takes 6 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I don't
Every
know why
time
I keep asking you. I should
strike-
know this.
Yeah, every time it's an unarmed strike, it's just 1 plus my strength modifier, which is 5.
Okay. So he like lands on his butt and he like gets himself back up and then he gives like a hearty laugh that like booms off of the nearby buildings. He's like, ha ha ha, that was a good hit. And then he like squares himself up again and like sort of like does the squat that fighters sometimes do, where they like lower their center of gravity to like stop from being pushed over as easy, you know. But he's still pumped. He's in the moment. So he is going to try and take a swing at you. What just happened? Discord changed. Okay. So he's going to take a swing at you. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 just misses.
Okay, so he like grazes your arm and just like the hair of your arm, and he doesn't get anything. So I mean, now the crowd gives like it's not a boo, but it's like an aw, and you know, Harley is like, nah, it's fine, you know, he's having fun, and people are still chanting for Haru. Now Haru, it's your turn. At this point, Harley is looking a bit he's looking a bit shaken up, a bit tousled. He's looking like that, you know, like he's giving himself a little pep talk. Balls. In case you did not see that. So, what you gonna do? He's looking tousled, but you know he's enjoying himself.
Haru, yelling back to Marty without turning, is just gonna say, I fight with Otter because these are the rules, and I'm just gonna punch him in the knee.
Punch him in the knee.
I'm gonna roll to punch Harley in the knee.
Do you like bend down and just like give up? Like,
I mean, I'm gonna aim to hit him in the knee, like a swift kick or a punch.
Okay, because you said
in the back of the knee.
No, because that's just gonna make him fall over. I want to break something.
How rude! Okay, so
Evil. I love it.
roll the hit.
24.
24 hits. He is knocked to the ground despite your best efforts. He takes 6 damage.
2 ribs.
He's a little dazed. He's like his vision is spinning, and he like has to give a second to get himself back under control. And then like the crowd starts booing at him.
Help him up. I want a bonus action to help him up.
Okay, go ahead. You help him up, and he like thanks you with thank you. You know, it's nice to see you have some honor around here. That they fight like true warriors. And he's like going on this spiel about honor and everything. And at the end of it, he like
talking at him.
What?
Ooh, hit to the fighting!
And at the end of it, he steadies himself again, and he goes in for like one really big hit. He does that. He like tries to do the special move, and he gets a 22. He gets a 22, so he like he sort of does this like a spin and a jump and like a roll on the ground, and it's very
The what ass pussy?
What?
Fucking Emma.
I don't get it.
Get into it, I guess.
Oh my gosh. So he does the whop, and then he comes up behind you and like does another like kick and a spin and whatever, and he like hits you in like the back, not like the shoulder blades, but like the small of the back.
Oh, that's the worst place to get fucking yeeted.
That's fucking dirty.
So
You mind screech. What the fuck, bro?
so you take 8 damage.
Fuck, that brings me down to 2. Good thing that As my bonus action on my turn, I am going to use the fighter ability.
Okay.
Second wind.
What?
Yeah, second wind. Once per short rest, fighters get to regain 1d10 plus their level.
Okay, how much do you regain?
6 plus the 1, that's 7.
So you're back to 9 hit points.
Yeah.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay, so he rolled a nat 20 for that.
He rolled a 19. He crits on a 19.
Fuck, that's a champion fighter.
Well, yes and no. Technically, I mean, yeah, but also no. Like, yeah. I mean, he was a war veteran, so it makes sense. I mean, he's skilled, but he's also old, so in the years he's lost a lot of his talent. But this really invigorated him. So he's like it's coming back to him, like riding a bike. Like,
Hey, random question, and you're gonna hate this question.
what?
How's he looking?
How is he looking? He is not looking very good. Like, he still has his chipper mood about him, but he's like slowing down.
No, you didn't get it. Oh my god.
What?
Never mind.
No, tell me.
Fetishizing your weird DILF veteran.
Dilf. How much of a dilf is he out of 10?
I can't believe I'm not partying with you all.
7?
Ooh.
Hmm.
Anyways, Yvonne is literally screeching, Haru, kick his ass!
For a natural 20.
You rolled a nat 20.
For a natural 20 on an open hand strike, just a shove right to the chest. She's gonna deal 12 damage.
Okay.
Break a rib! Break his ribs!
Right after I said kick his ass.
He is unconscious. You knocked him out. This man
Fucking go!
is unconscious.
Hold on. Let's
Unconscious.
fucking
Okay.
go.
Time for a
Mario,
death saving
pretty
throw.
buggers.
Time for a death saving throw.
I just broke
Bro, fucking no.
Space Continuum by having Messi say poggers.
Hold on, we
He
have to
just
make
said
sure he
pog.
doesn't die first. Okay, he rolled an 8, that's one fail. Okay. Go ahead and try and stabilize him.
No, he's dead. Let him die. It's fine.
No.
I'm not gonna kill a man.
Intentionally, you're not.
Okay. I got a 14 medicine check.
And that stabilizes him.
Dang it.
So he is
I wanted to be-
stabilized. He's nice. He regains consciousness. He clap next to his ear and he stirs up. And he's dazed.
I almost wanted to be a dick of Nessie just eat the medicine.
What? What
I
does
almost
Nessie
wanted to have
do?
Nessie be a dick and eat the medicine.
No, it's basically essentially to stabilize. It's just like CPR, first aid, shit like that.
Yeah. It's not like
Fortunate.
pouring antibiotics into you. Not that it would help in this situation, but that's not what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna offer him my water skin.
Okay, so he takes a drink from it. He's still drunk though, so he's a bit woozy, and he spills a little, and it's fine. But then, at the end of it, he, gives a hearty ha ha, and he coughs a little bit, because he's old.
He's old.
He coughs a little
You
bit,
just almost killed
and
an
then
old man.
he gets himself onto a stool that someone has brought by in the meantime while you were stabilizing him. And he's leaning on it a lot. and he thanks you for the greatest fight that he's had this side of 10 years. You know, he's like happy about it, and he reaches to his pocketbook and pulls out the 10 coins and then hands it to you. And then, like the entire crowd like cheers, mostly for Haru, but like Harley's like big fanatics, like they also cheer because he was such a good sport, and everyone loves Harley. And so, yeah, you just almost killed a man. How do you feel, Dawson?
I had no way of knowing he would die. I thought you were just gonna say, yeah, no, you just knock him the fuck out.
Please
you almost
appreciate the timing of how that happened. Was the nat 20 right after it's like, kick his ass, Haru!
That was
I would like
very
comedic timing, if you will.
hardy har har har.
And then Haru's gonna step back and take the time to put all her gear back on.
Okay, so you are now fully donned in your armor and weapons, and like the crowd has dispersed. Like it's quieting down. It's like it's like 4 in the afternoon. Like some of the festivities are still going strong, but like people have like migrated from these sort of celebration, especially in like this area, like have migrated from celebration to more of a like okay, like party's done, party's over. It's nice, time to go back home and spend time with family, So
Yeah.
So you have a few options as to what you want to do. I mean, is there anything that y'all might want to do before the festivities are over?
Hold on. I would just like to say, Yvonne, who still probably has a shit ton of her fucking snaps, kind of goes over. Wait, how fucking tall is Haru again?
Okay, Haru is 8'9".
Give me a second to do this math real quick.
She is 2 feet and 9 inches taller than Yvonne.
Wait, hold up. Okay, then, so she just kind of fucking walks over, looks at Haru, proceeds to shove one in Haru's mouth, and walks away.
Of what? Your sweet rolls, your honey buns?
One of the sweet rolls, yes.
Okay. So...
That's her way of saying congrats.
Congratulations, have this trophy of good that I bought from someone who half the party thinks is a witch.
I bought
Actually, Haru bought them.
Yeah. I only wanted
Here, have one of your own snacks that you bought for me.
I only wanted a few, and she gave me all of them, and then ran away.
So, a few options. If you remember when you were like Garrett's Inn and Tavern, you did find a like a directory nearby, a bunch of different places on it. Let me actually send you. Let me send you like a general map of the city, because I want to show some of this stuff off. Hello?
Yes.
I thought I heard a very tiny voice come from somewhere.
No.
Okay.
Only emotionally.
Hilarious. Okay, let me take a photo of the mercantile, or not the mercantile district, the district map, and send it to you all. It has a little bit of my notes on it, but I mean, otherwise, it's okay. I will be putting it in announcements because it is a very important piece of information. Dungeons and Dragons announcements. Here we go. There you are. If you care to turn your attention towards announcements, there is a general map of the districts. Now, might I add that that is not complete with all the fancy stuff and locations that you've already been to, or street names, or anything like that. So,
I can't properly follow announcements. It's not allowing me to properly follow the announcements channel.
I don't know why. I don't know how announcements channels work. I just know that it has fancy name. So.
Oh well.
But yeah, so I mean, you have a few different districts right now. You are in. I said poorly district. I don't know why I said that. But like
the poor people district.
That's what it is. It's the peasantry district. I mean, so we have. Funnily enough, they do have a middle class system, which is kind of hilarious. But you have like the top three, because it's organized north, south, east, west, like a compass rose. So you have like the peasantry, the middle class, and the aristocracy, and then you have the artisan and the mercantile and the commerce. The commerce is like trade. Mercantile is more like buying and selling within the city. Commerce is like the trade district. Like there's actually, you can't see it on the map, but there's a river that runs to the south, and there's a southern gate to the city that lies in the commerce district. And that is where most of the big trading happens. Otherwise, commerce warehouses and like production stuff. It's a very like quite industrial, but it's like it sounds. It's full of commerce outside trade. So Demas suggests that we go to the artisan district. Oh, and then in the middle you have the recreation, like fields. There's like a big park there, and like that's kind of like the everywhere spaces. Like the recreation district is very everyone can go there. I mean, people usually they have like cliques, like social cliques. Like the aristocracy, bougie people usually stay, in their little groups. And then people from the middle class and then from the peasantry, they usually stick by each other too. But, yeah. So, that's kind of the basic layout of the city. I will have this all typed up at one point or another. But right now, I have many ideas and not a lot of motivation to commit them to paper. Or time. It's mostly time. But, yeah. So, Demas suggests that you all go to the artisan district. What do you plan on finding there? Are you looking for anything specific, Demas? Or are you looking for a specific location? I'm looking for anything. Okay. So, you all head to a brewery, says Marcy. So you all head towards the artisan district, and by the time you get there, it's like 5 o'clock. Like, the entire city from east to west takes about an hour to traverse by foot. So, it takes a while, but you get there at like 5:30-ish, because it's fairly big. And then you just, people here are, bustling. You see, some people in, fancy day dresses, and the streets are made of stone, actual stone, as opposed to, cobblestone or like or dirt like it is in the peasantry district. It's very like this is the higher end stuff, and you can tell. But yeah, so you're wandering around and you find all sorts of location like specialized artistries. You see different locations, different stores, and they all have very nice, very decorative, very fancy storefronts, elegant storefronts. And there's things like potters, and there's silversmiths and goldsmiths, and there are like tailors, there are dressmakers, there are very fancy, not quite. I don't want to say restaurant, that gives it the wrong implication, but there are like these fest houses, right? And there are these like halls. There's a lot of different things. There's like a hospital, or at least the equivalent of a hospital there. And I mean, everyone is in like a generally like very festive mood, but I mean, it has a bougie flair to it. I use that word a lot. And people like usually like you get some stares as you walk down the road, and these people, of course, some of them are in like standard like tunics, and they don't have holes or anything in them. They're like they're nice, right? And then on the other hand, you have some people that wander about in like frilly dresses, and there are people who are in like suits, not or like coats, jackets. What is it called? Suit jacket. No, not they're not in like tuxedos, but they're like dressed fancy.
Peacoats?
What?
Petticoats or peacoats?
Petticoats, waistcoats, that kind of stuff. Yeah, like people are dressed up. They're having fun. It's a festival, and I mean with the aristocracy district right around the corner. It's there, like there's a lot of heavy influences there. So, Marcy, you do end up finding a brewery. It's a very like they tout themselves as high class, like the finest and purest mead in the entire kingdom of Greyhill. Like lovely little storefront. It has a gabled roof, two of them, right? And these are set at like low pitches too, so they don't go up very high. But these are very nice factories, and they have or distilleries. And there's one. It has a chimney with smoke coming out of it, and the entire air is filled with like this lovely like honey and lavender and almost like citrus scent. It's like think like chamomile and lemon balm. It's very herbal, very fragrant. Sometimes it's very floral, and then still other times it's a party. So you have a lot else going on for this brewery. And this brewery is known as the what's a good name? Jalfian. I'll put it in discussion. Yes, jackals, and their little symbol is this like laughing jackal, and then it's like under the moon and stuff, and it's that. I could draw a picture. It's like. I just realized that I do not know how to draw anything, because in an attempt to draw a jackal, I have drawn a bird. So.
Hey man, that's fine.
So,
What did I miss?
we all headed to the aristocracy district, or not aristocracy. We all headed to the artisan district, and they found a brewery. Yes, they are sort of kind of like foxes, but not really. Marcy. So, yeah. It's very fragrant, very nice, very floral. Who wants to head inside? Who wants to head inside?
The way that you said that makes me feel threatened.
No, I'm just trying to keep the story on track.
Oh, I don't know who. I don't know who does want to head inside.
Marcy.
Yvonne, just as long as they don't snatch Yvonne's snatch, she's good.
As long as
Marcy wants to, and maybe
nothing catches a fire, Nessie's okay with going in.
As long as they don't snatch Yvonne's snatch, she's good.
okay.
As long as
I suppose, but the second someone threatens her snacks, they're gonna get killed.
So is Yvonne going in or no?
I suppose, but the second someone threatens her snacks, they're gonna get killed.
Okay. So, so you head inside, and like the path leading up to the door, it has a little bit of path. Like it can afford like a little bit of land. Like, because like outside they have like these big like distiller. They're like these towers, not really towers.
A beer tower.
No. They have the. It's like a barrel almost. That there's like a fire underneath, and there are people like walking back and forth, like tending to the fire. They're like fire hands and everything. They're like distillery tanks almost. And you know, you walk up the path to the storefront. Has this like lovely little. I don't want to say like porch, but that's almost what like it is. It's like an awning over a little like sit down area before the front door. Excuse me. And you swing open the door, and the bell above the door goes jingle jangle, and then you see in front of you this like lovely little room, right? And like all of a sudden this wave of like yeasty alcohol kind of sweet and like savory kind of smell wafts toward you. Like it hits you like a wave, and it smells very very pleasant, you know. And then there's a man and a woman standing at the counter. This man, he is a dwarf. He is a dwarf man, and this dwarf man has like the beard and everything, and he has like the black colored hair, and he's, you know, he has to like stand on a little stool to be able to like look over the counter. And then the woman next to him is she is oh my gosh, what are they called? Tiefling. She's a tiefling, right? Which is like, ooh, you haven't seen a tiefling here before, right? And her specific variety of tiefling looks a little bit like a jackal. So, like, that kind of thing. Like, you know, the, like, the coloring and the tail and everything like that. So, and they both greet you at the same time. And they're like, welcome to the finest brewery in all of Greyhelm, right? They say that at the same time. This is obviously very rehearsed. Feels like they kind of say this to every customer. And,
Customer service voice.
and so the tiefling woman, she introduces herself as Sherry.
Amontillado. Why don't you follow her to this totally not finished brick wall that she'll totally not,
Her name
You get where I was
is.
going with that.
Yes, I do.
Ludwig.
No. Her name.
Why?
Because. Sherry. Flanimer. Sherry Flanimer.
I gave you a last name, and this is what you do with it.
Her name is Sherry Flanimer. Give me a second looking at out of character. I have been named Anthrojackals Arts. Thank you for your lovely contribution, Eric. Thank you. Good job. Anyways. So, Sherry Flanimer. I want to say Flanagan, but I feel like that's a very, Irish name.
Do it, coward.
Okay, her name is Sherry Flanagan now. She suddenly changed her name, and she gives, her nice smile, and she's like, "What can I fit you for?" Not I do all my characters like that, but she's like, "What can I fit you for?" She's very happy to see a customer. People are pumped because it's the whole. People are pumped. It's a festival. It's nice. I mean, it's getting late, and people are starting to drink. So she's she's enjoying herself.
She's making dough.
So she's like, what brings you round these parts? No, not like that. She's very
You're trying so hard, and I appreciate that.
What brings you around these parts?
What in tarnation? But yeah,
I can't do an Irish accent. I can't remember. Oi, bro! Wait, no, that's British.
Oi, mate!
Here.
Oh my god.
What you do there, bro?
Dare I try an Irish accent?
Do it. You want
She's like, what do you for?
Wait, what can I do? What can I do for your laddie? What can I do for your laddie?
What can I do? She's short. She's
Now you so
Yvonne's just looks
Scottish.
very skeptic as she's sitting there still eating.
Okay. She has a.
You just walk over to Yvonne and it's just like, is this lady okay?
No, it's more of a, what the fuck is this bitch doing?
And she says, I see that you're not from round these parts. So, what brings you here? Tell me. Take a seat, and then...
You were about to say take a shit, weren't you?
No. I was not.
See, won't you, bruv?
No.
Why don't you take a seat over there?
She's like, take a seat, and then she references to a table that's next to her, next to the counter. There in the corner, there's a little table. There's a coat rack next to it too. There's a single coat on it, and then there's a little table, and it's a round table, and it's 4 or 5 people, and she taps the shoulder of the dwarf man next to her, and he nods a little bit. He's a little stoic, a little quiet, and then he goes into the back room, because behind the counter there's a back room, and to the left of in front of the counter there's also a room, and they both lead to around the same place. It's just a little bit different, but she references this table, and then there's actually a little closet next to the table. I'm trying to describe the scene. And she sits down at it, and she beckons everyone to come over. She's like, "Come, have a seat."
Sorry, all I can hear you saying is shit.
That's. I'm going to end up butchering these accents. Okay?
I mean, we can just kill her.
Never have to say. I hope I never have to even look at Sherry anymore. No, please. I spent so long in the 5 panicked moments thinking about her. Could you bring me a drink since we want the same thing and also a cute, embarrassing scenario? Okay. So the dwarf man comes out and he has 2 flasks of mead and he sets them down at the table, and then he also has this this dainty little glass that has some wine in it, which is kind of weird considering that they don't sell wine as much as they do mead and ale. But she's okay with that, and she has the little dainty glass. She beckons you all to sit down. So, do you want to sit down at the table or do you want to leave? Because I wouldn't be surprised if you left 50% because of my terrible accents and 50% because she may or may not be a murderer. So, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Just kind of Yvonne's been staring directly when.
Hold on, give me a second. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. I'm getting a call. Okay.
Oh no.
Hello all, I am back.
Potentially be poisoned.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay, Boston zoned out for a minute. Can you please sum up and what just fucking happened?
Basically, you all went to the artisan. When you were there, you found a meadery by the name of the Jackal's Flagon. You walked in and you met 2 people. There was a dwarf who you don't know the name of yet, and then there was this woman. She's a tiefling, and she kind of sort of resembles a jackal. That's why it's called the Jackal's Flagon, or at least that's the only thing that you can assume. Now, she introduces herself as Sherry Flanagan, and she has a very inaccurate, very comical, very bad Irish accent to her. And you can tell that she is obviously trying to make the best Irish accent that she can, because she knows that the players are needing some variety in their characters, but she's also really bad at accents, so she's trying her best, okay? Hypothetically, if she could speak in real life.
Hypothetically speaking.
Of course.
If she could speak, it would be the best Irish accent she could do.
Yeah. Yes. So, yeah. So, she invites you to come sit down at a table. She says, "Come on down and sit at me table." And she gestures to a table, and then she's sitting at the table.
That evil laughter was fucking scary.
What? What do you?
Then I added that.
Why'd you sound like a jackhammer? He started laughing and he sounded like a fucking jackhammer.
Wait, what, Cecil?
Yvonne is making uncomfortable eye contact with our dwarf friend just to see his reaction.
So the dwarf
eyes popping out of head, eye contact.
So
No,
not
it's her normal
blinking at all.
narrowed stare.
So the dwarf kind of notices your stare as he brings the drinks out, and then he lowers his head a little bit, and then he goes into the back room.
Uncomfortably sweat.
So
So
after that exchange, Yvonne's like, okay, I'll stay.
okay.
Yes,
So
she did. Just assert fucking dominance.
okay. So so yeah, she beckons you to sit down at the table, and
Yvonne took the seat right across from her, so just keep that in mind.
as to assert dominance.
No, just to pick the seat across from the lady, just to see what's
Okay.
going on.
So you all sit down at the table, and she she asks you all like what you want to drink, and then I'm assuming that you all ask for your favorite drinks. This is why I said that it would come into play later.
Yes.
Okay. Dawson, are you there?
Yeah.
Waters.
Okay.
Drinking water, go burr.
But yeah, so you all get your favorite drink. So Yvonne gets a white wine. Haru gets a whiskey. I guess. Do they have whiskey back then? Maybe. Nessie gets a water. Marcy gets a whiskey as well. And then Demas gets a fruity patang. We're gonna pretend like that's a drink.
Haru is gonna get just an ale.
Okay. So Haru asks for some ale, and this ale is very sweet, has like a buttery taste, not buttery taste, has like a very savory taste to it, right? And it has like a little bit of citrus, a little bit of citrus in it.
You're trying to poison us, aren't you?
Do you say that out loud?
I roll for
What did you specify what you wanted?
I'm directing that towards to use that.
What did you wanted? What did you wanted? Okay. You didn't specify what you wanted. What do you want? Oh. What? Okay. You said it in character chat. What does in character chat say? Nothing strong, just enough to be a little tipsy. Okay. So you get like a little bit of I don't know what's a weak thing. I guess
a pina colada.
you get a pina colada. So you get a little pina colada. Then it's like a fruity kind of. You get an apple cider. You get an apple cider. Something like a spike cider. And so yeah, and she sits down, and then she gets the round of drinks going, and then dwarf friend comes back and delivers the drinks, and then retreats back into the back room, and then she starts like telling jokes, and she's like having fun, and that kind of stuff, and she like asks you how your day was. She's like, oh yeah, how was your day? I can't do accents.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna ask.
What?
I was gonna ask if I could roll perception to see if anything tasted off about the wine.
Go ahead.
Alright. Holy shit.
What?
Nat 20.
Okay. You do not detect anything suspicious in the taste of the wine.
Good.
Okay. So, she's asking you all how your day was and everything, and it's like she does like, yeah, we're friends now kind of thing. And then she gets in like real close, almost like a gather round kind of thing, and she says, "Oh, I know that you're not from around here, and you all look like the mischievous type." She's changing accents left and right. You all look like the mischievous type yourself.
Hello?
Hello. Hi, we can hear you.
He completely froze and cut out.
Oh, okay. Well, she's like, yeah, you all look like the mischievous type yourself. Why don't, why don't, oh my gosh, I'm so bad at accents. Why?
Russian.
Why don't you and me strike up a deal? And she's like, ooh, like it's a secret, like huddling in close, right? And she waits for you all's response, because she's like wanting to make it dramatic. Then she like looks around.
Okay, see, out of character for a minute, I'm just half tempted to have Nessie just throw a dagger straight at her head.
Why would you do that?
Just one shot killer, bam, just run.
No. Anyway, it depends on what.
I'm glad that my pain brings you great joy, Eric. Okay, so. Okay, so.
What would actually be doing right now?
So. And then, like, she doesn't get any response from y'all. So she sort of, like, goes on her own. And she's like, so, as you know, we're trying to maintain a certain profile around here. And one of me customers, they came in and ordered a big delivery. But they ain't paid me back yet. Ordered big amounts, and they ain't paid me back, and I'm starting to worry that they ain't gonna pay me back, if you know what I mean. And she's like, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, kind of thing.
I'm interested.
You want us to kill someone?
Haru's also gonna look over, eager to begin.
So, she like... Oh, I have an in-character chat. Okay, let me see. Red Dead Redemption 2 style. Oh, okay. Sure. Hello? Hello? Can y'all hear me?
No. Where?
Okay. I lost it. What happened.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, so, she's there, and she's like, well, see, oh my gosh, how do I say this without sounding really stupid? She's like, so,
Stupid.
you see, there's this man, and he's one of the rich fellows, you know, and he has a bunch of men behind him, and he hasn't paid me back yet, and I'm starting to get very, very worried. And it would be a great service to me if someone were to, say, scare him a little bit. Just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. If you're interested, of course. There's money in it, too. Not me giving up entirely on the Irish accent.
I knew the accent was fake.
So, what I'm hearing, we get to beat the shit out of some corrupt bastard's lackeys. Give him a little scare, make sure he pisses his pants and pays you back.
Well,
I'm in.
I wouldn't quite say, no, that's British, posh British. You know, I wouldn't quite say that I wanted him murdered or anything, just scared. Make him fear the day that he turned his back on me.
Haru is going to put both her hammer and her axe up on the table,
Look at the bartender, nod, and just wink, smiling.
Well,
Bartender? Wait, what?
Or the owner, or whoever is talking at the moment.
Okay. And she's like, ah.
The lady.
She says, ah, I see how you are. Well, I'll have the information delivered to you by the day's end, okay? And then she has like a note in her pocket that she like whips out, and then she says, well, I can't give it to you in person. That would be a little on the nose, don't you think? And then she like flicks her nose. Again, completely giving up on her Irish accent. And then she's like, yeah, I'll have it delivered by the time you're done. And she's like, well, I think it's just about time to close up shop. Why don't you all go spread the word about his thievery, his lies. You don't know who he is yet, but, you know, they need to close up shop.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting late now. It's like 7 o'clock. Like, the sun is starting to set. Ow! The sun is starting to set.
Yeah, okay. Yvonne, who's done with her drink, is very tired, actually. She's just like, alright.
Okay.
Hell out.
So, now, I have to go at 11, and I really don't want to end the D&D session there, because I feel like it doesn't leave on a satisfying note. Let me actually, like, because I also have another. Okay, why don't you all? Oh my gosh. Okay, so you walk outside and people are starting to go home. Like, people are done with the... Can y'all hear me? Okay. So, people start to head outside, or, like, head back to their homes, like, the day is over. Like, there's still a little bit of bustle, but, like, there's not that much. So people are starting to head home. The day is like slowing. People are taking their like lanterns and everything. They're hanging lanterns up, but they're taking like the streamers and the banners down and everything. And it's kind of just like that vibe. Like things are slowing down, getting towards the end of the day.
Okay. Well, we should probably head back to the inn soon.
Your inn that has been prepaid for. So, is there anything else that y'all would want to do before heading back to the inn?
Yvonne just kind of looks at everybody and goes, "So it's not just me who found all of that fucking sketchy, right?"
Still finding things a bit sketchy right now.
Well, I
Let's
mean...
be real. I've never seen anyone who just yield to one of my glares that fast. Especially a man, unfortunately. Especially on the surface.
Well... Dawson, Marcy, James, Ayla, anyone who there?
Dawson, are you alive?
Yeah.
Is there anything else that y'all want to do before heading back to the inn?
Not really, just a little spacey is all.
What's going on?
We just got out of the shop, and Zach is currently asking if there's anything we'd like to do before heading back to the inn.
Nessie finds something odd about the way the day is winding down. It's like 7 o'clock at night.
No, I'm actually pretty busy.
I know. Thing.
Yeah, I think we should just head to bed, honestly.
Okay, so you all head back to the tavern, and at the tavern, you walk inside, and like there's like a little bit of a party going on, but most people have already gone back home. And it's It's like getting that time. And then under Yvonne's door. Under Yvonne's door. Who is Yvonne sleeping with? Who is she bunked with? Let me check.
Yvonne isn't sleeping with anyone, from what I remember.
Yvonne is bunked with Oslo. So under Yvonne and
right.
Oslo's door, there is a note. It is sealed with an orange wax, right? It has a stamp that has the Jackal's flagon seal on it. Can you all hear me?
Okay. Obviously, Yvonne's going to carefully open the note.
In it says only a few words, only a handful of words. It says Clarison, okay. It says ARIST with a period after it, right? And then it says back.
You cut out, my dude.
Okay, give me a sec. Can you all be okay or no?
So,
Huh?
Oh,
Can you all hear me okay at all?
roughly, but I do agree with Marcy. It might be easier.
Okay. Give me a sec. Let me put it in discussion.
Radio.
oh, stop.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Takes one to know one.
Okay. So it says Clarison.
Mayweather.
Lord Mayweather. Ew.
Okay. It says, dear. It's not working out right now. I will. What? What, Diego?
Sorry. I did not. It was muted.
Oh. Okay. I will type it out here in a minute. I mean, you guys are going to bed for right now, but yeah. I have 6 minutes until I have to switch over to my phone. So, yeah. What is the thing that you would like to try, Ava? And if it has anything to do with you and Marcy cuddling or anything. Animal friendship on Oslo again. Love that voice crack, by the way. Sure, I guess. Sure. Wait. How did we rule this?
Animal friendship on him, though. He's already friendly as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, he's not, like, mad or anything. I mean, up until now, he's either been sleeping or very spaced out. What, Cecil?
You'd only ever have to use that shit if he was upset.
Use what?
Do you ever think that Oslo would be mad at someone? Have you met Oslo? Does Oslo seem like the mad type to you?
Said something bad about Yvonne.
Ow.
I mean, yeah, that is true. He is a tier 3 sub.
Tier 3 simp.
It's such a fuck's joke.
What?
That joke kills me every time.
So yeah, that I still feel bad about leaving. Okay. So that concludes our session. I'm going to hop my phone.
Also, sorry.
Huh?
Is that who, by the way, you saw way at Axe and yes.
I haven't yet. Give me a minute. I tried to type something out, but that one started cutting out really bad. So let me switch over to my phone, and I'll be right back. But as far as like the story and everything goes, this concludes the session. I ask you to please remain so that we can like at least so that you can get the link to the questionnaire on the Google Forms and everything. But otherwise, yeah, that concludes our session. Thank you for coming out. I will be switching to my phone, so I will see you guys momentarily. Yeet. Hello. Hi. Hi guys. What's up? What is up, my children? Okay. So before I send the questionnaire, let's have a little discussion. How do you guys think the session went? I'm still gonna ask you to fill out like the form and everything, but how do you think the session went?
Epic. It was pretty funny. Sadly, Nessie hasn't gotten to kill anyone for no justifiable reason yet. When beach episode?
Cecil, no.
What?
We can't have beach episode yet. You're not near a beach.
Bro, please. Beach episode so everyone can look at Yvonne and go, bro, you mean you wear things other than boots, your jacket, and knives? Bro, you mean to tell me you mean to tell me sometimes you're traditionally feminine? Weak.